All right, we're back. Everything running smooth. We're going to deep dive today. We got our multi-dimensional shades on. We're going to go into the different realities and show you what's happening. Have you ever had the feeling that your desires are close? It's just a feeling you have, right? But then your mind comes in and then your mind just shoots them down. We've all been there before. And the mind says, it's not gonna happen, da 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 da, right? So your mind is actually incorrect. See, the difference between the mind and the feelings you have is the feelings are in higher dimensions. The mind is in the 3 dimension. So when you have this feeling of your success, or you're going to manifest that big win, that big success, whatever it is that you're reaching for, you can't pinpoint it. What your mind does, your mind now tries to attempt to limit it, because your mind also cannot pinpoint it. You see, the thing about the guys at the game is this: the money you want, the abundance you want, all that stuff, it's not running away from you. It's not avoiding you. You're not cursed. You're not in bad luck. It's basically what you're broadcasting. You know, we broadcast information. So if you take a look at our bodies and you examine the human body, what you'll find about the human body, it's just a big charging station. It's just a battery, and it's emitting a lot of energy, electromagnetic energy. That's all we are. We broadcast things, and we broadcast things on 2 channels. We broadcast things on a channel of awareness, and we broadcast things on a channel of non-awareness, but they're still awareness. One of the awareness we can pick up. The other awareness is a little bit tricky. We have to learn to pick it up. We have to tune in more directly to that. And this is why we get what we get in our life. It's basically we're operating on these different channels. Now, the first channel that we broadcast information on is from our regular mind. Right. Our regular mind will give us a channel of what we don't want, what we see. The other channel is broadcasting actually what's called our true beliefs. You can do this with your health, with anything. And someone asking me here, well, Mark, how do I reclaim my health? Okay, if you want to reclaim your health, if you want to reclaim your abundance, if you want to reclaim anything, you have to go within. Within basically means, can you see what health looks like for you? Can you see what abundance looks like for you? Then, once you see it, can you then apply what it feels like, even if it's not here right now? Trick question. Even if it's not here right now, it doesn't mean it's not here. It just means it's out of reference from our conscious mind. How do I start seeing and envision it all? For you to envision anything, if you are a person that can visualize things, if you can see images, good. If you can't see images, you can feel. If you can feel and think of your desires will start to feel and think of you. When a desire starts to feel and think of you, it is now being attracted to the 3-dimensional world. It is now coming in from hyperspace, from Hibbert space, from different space. It's coming in from a higher dimension, and it has your GPS location. It has your address. It knows where to find you, and it's going to pop up in your life. The money, the abundance is going to GPS search you and say, oh, there he is. He's on the planet Earth in a three-dimensional world. Third rock from the sun. Coordinates here. Let's go there. Boom. Your package has arrived. So that's how it operates. We have to feel what it feels like to have what we want. And it's a feeling of normality. You have to cultivate a specific feeling. So the best way to, let me share something. To develop a normal feeling, let me teach you how to develop a normal feeling, all right? I'm going to show you a normal feeling that'll make you very successful. Go back in your memory. Go back to a time when you accomplished something, when you got something you really wanted. It doesn't matter what. It could be you got a cookie, a coffee, your first car, your first bicycle. Just we're all going to remember that, all right? Go back to that time in your mind and just go back and say, yeah, I remember when I won that or I got that. Once you remember it, your subconscious is going to bring up the feeling that's attached to it. Any feeling it brings up, your subconscious classifies that feeling as normal because it already experienced it. Anything the subconscious physically experienced, it's going to classify it as normal. So someone asked me, well, Mark, how do I feel normal for manifesting my abundance if I have never experienced my abundance before? You don't have to experience the abundance you want right now. All you have to do is match something that closely resembles the abundance you want right now. All you have to do is go back into your memory banks and think about something that you did or had that just made you feel really good, that you really wanted it. Everybody's been there. That feeling is going to pop up. That is called your code. Your code. That's the code. So when you have that code, you're going to apply it to your present desires, your present state of being. Once you apply that code, the subconscious takes that information and says, okay, so you want us to redo it again, but in a different experience? Voila. You guys see how that works? Meditation comes into this practice now when you just want to get your mind into a state of neutrality. Meditation is just prepping. Meditation is not manifest. You don't manifest anything with meditation. I hope you guys realize that, right? You know that. Meditation is just to prep. The manifesting comes in with the intention, it comes in with the vision, and it comes in with the state of being or the state of feel. Hey, from Montana. So once you start to apply that, the money you want, the abundance you want, it starts to seek you out. Now, it's not going to run away from you because now you've changed your broadcasting station. Now you are broadcasting a specific feeling that you experienced before. Now that becomes normalized to your subconscious. And the reason why this works, your subconscious is logical. So if you remember the feeling when you had your first cup of coffee, you won bingo, you got a new bike or something just came, you found $10. One day you're walking and you found $20 on the floor, you really needed some money, and you found that $20, you just felt so good. That same feeling of $20 will be the feeling of you winning 20 million. It'll be the feeling of you getting your business to be 6 figures. And the reason is because your subconscious does not associate feelings with particular specific outcomes. It just, what I mean by that, it means it associates feelings with what you currently want as an event, as an experience. So the image you put into your subconscious mind, so I'll give you an example of what that means. Let's go back. So remember the time, let's say you found $20. When you found that $20, you felt so ecstatic. It just boom, boom, boom. That you found that $20 like 5 years ago, right? Now you've become enlightened. Now you realize like, oh my goodness, I can create my reality with my mind, with my consciousness. I have a higher self. I'm in the three-dimensional world. I'm not even here. I'm not a physical body. I'm a spirit. I'm a God playing a human role. So now you realize all that. So he's like, okay, so now I want to change my life. I'm gonna manifest. Maybe I'm gonna win the lottery. Okay, I'll manifest the lottery. You know what? Okay, not the lottery. I could do lotteries there. I'm gonna manifest a 6-figure business. I'm gonna manifest my acting career, my music career. I'm gonna manifest better health. Whatever it is you want to manifest. Okay, you got that. Now you say, all right, how do I bring this into existence? Oh, Mark teaches us, and Mark's telling me that a state of being or a certain feeling brings it in, not just any feeling. But If I desire to manifest 20 million, desire to manifest six-figure business, but I've never experienced a six-figure business. I've never experienced manifesting winning $20 million. How is my subconscious mind going to bring that into existence? Here's how your subconscious is going to bring it into existence. You just go back into your memory. Remember the time when you found that $20. That $20 made you feel a certain way. Your subconscious now holds that feeling as normality. So now you bring that feeling back into the present and you say, I'm going to remember what it felt like doing my $20 when I got that $20 from the floor. It felt so good. The minute you remember that feeling, it comes up. Then what you do now, you go into, you change the memory of the 20 and you go into the present now where you put the memory or the experience. I won't say memory because that's deeper. Just put the experience or the image of what you currently want. So now you say you should put the image of you seeing yourself winning the 20 million, being in your business, having success. You merge the image, the feeling feeling came up, they put together. All your subconscious sees now is, oh, we did this before. This made such and such feel good. What did we do before? The subconscious sees the image, says, oh, we won X and X amount in the lottery. Oh, my business went up. So now if subconscious merge the image with the feeling, it says, this is normal. Anything that is normal is going to be 100% your physical experience. People, when you are out here deliberately creating your life, in order for something to come in, it has to feel familiar. If it's not familiar, if it feels foreign, if it feels far away, your subconscious cannot bring it in. Simply put, your thoughts must become congruent with reality. Your feelings must become congruent. Your subconscious is looking for congruency. It's looking for, this is familiar for me. This feels regular. If anything feels a fantasy, out of my life, if it just doesn't feel normal to you, it cannot come in. So whatever you're watching or teaching or they're telling you, you can feel as joyous, but if it doesn't feel normal, how can it manifest into your physical reality? I just gave you the cheat code how to do this. You don't have to conjure up. It's how can someone feel normal to win 20 million? How can someone feel normal to have a six-figure business and they never had it before? They never experienced it. How can someone feel normal to have health if they never experienced true health? How can someone feel normal to have a soulmate or love if they never experienced true love? How can someone feel normal to just have a mindset of abundance and success if they've never experienced it, right? Or feel what it is. They don't know what it feels like, right? So what do? They walk around and they say, I'm just going to be positive. I'm just going to feel good and happy. But that feeling is a matching. Your subconscious have to find something that happened to you previously that were or was a breakthrough for you. Example, you find $20. It felt like you found $1 million at that time because you needed the $20. You got your new bike. It felt so out of the world because your mom got your new bike. You had your first couple. And that feeling is normal now. So what you do, you reverse back to a time when you got something that you really wanted or you got it. Everybody's been there. There's no single person here that has never experienced this. So it will work for everybody. Everybody have got something. They found something that made them feel out of the world. Okay, see? Works Gang says, getting a Razor scooter back in the day for Xmas. That's your feeling of, hold on to that feeling. What you do now, you go back into your memory. Remember the time when you got that Razor scooter. How did it make you feel? Your subconscious is going to bring that feeling up. That feeling now is normal now. So what I do, I steal that feeling and I apply that feeling to my image of what I want. So my subconscious sees the image, remembers the feeling. Now it says, oh, normal. Okay. Mickey says, I won 1,000 on a scratch off as a kid. That's your normal feeling. Bring that back. And let me show you something powerful. All you have to do is go into the memory banks and just remember it. Go test. Put me to the test right now. Everybody go do this. Go try. Attempt this. I'm going to show you something powerful. Go into your memory and think of something that you did that made you feel it. As soon as you remember it, a feeling pops up that you can't control, that you couldn't conjure up, because you are going into memory. You can't do two things at the same time, my friends. You can't remember and feel at the same time. You don't do that. The only thing you can do is remember, and then the feeling is subconscious. So if you're thinking, I'm the one thinking, I'm the one feeling, you're mistaken. It's an automatic process. It's just like breathing. You do it automatically. Emma says, I had $3,000 tax rebate. That's your normal feeling. Now you have that. You now take it to your desired manifestation. So go ahead and visualize what you want now. And remember that feeling. As soon as you're visualizing, once you visualize, you pop back to the memory. It takes the feeling, connects it together, and you now speed up. And you're going to experience your manifestation. That's how you normalize something you have never experienced, the thing that you want to manifest. How to plant these into your subconscious. You plant things into your subconscious, repetition, imagination, and that feeling. You plant things into your subconscious, awareness, change of environment, switching it up. You plant things into your subconscious, subliminal programming. You plant things into your subconscious, affirmation. Why am I so abundant? What would my life look like with $10 million in my bank account? How would it make me feel to be healthy, young, and strong? Why am I so healthy, young, and strong? Why do I have more than enough money to live the life I desire? Why am I so successful at such and such? How would it make me feel for my business to make such and such? You plant things into your subconscious, those systems, that way. Same concept with love, same concept with anything. Because what we're actually doing, guys, we are actually going back to the raw data that we are. So what we're doing, we're going back into our energy form. And our energy form can't live in the third dimension. We're in the third dimension, and what we're actually doing, we're just borrowing a little bit of our energy form to exist here. Our existence here is 0.01%. We're not even truly alive here yet. We're just barely existing here. And it feels like we're just existing alive. No, we're not. That's our true potential. Our true existence is beyond 3 dimensions. We're infinite. So what we do, because we're infinite and we're tethered to our higher self, we just get a little bit of information to make us experience being 3D people. So when we can access our portal to our 3D people, when we can access the portal from 3D to our higher self people, we do that through our imagination, through our affirmation, through our feelings, and through building our subconscious. Our subconscious is like a person, and we're building muscle with our subconscious. The more stronger your subconscious is, the more it can bring in the information from the field. The less stronger your subconscious is, just going to be lazy and don't do anything for you. So that's what we're actually doing. We're just here to bulk up our subconscious, to break through the 3-dimensional world and go into the infinite worlds and bring all of our information that we already have into our physical world, so we can experience it as what we call physical human beings. So anything that you want or you desire, if you are not experiencing it, or if you're not feeling, or if you're not seeing the, seeing things happen or whatever, it's because of where your broadcast channel is. Your subconscious is on one channel and you're on the other channel. You got to get on the same channel, and you broadcast on the same channel. If you want to be in unison with your subconscious, your imagination must match a feeling of normality. A lot of us, when we imagine something, when we are bringing things into our reality, we're doing it from a fantasy standpoint. In other words, we're doing it because we think it is going to give us results, and we have to force to feel a certain way. Yes. So whenever you're on point to manifest, you're there. You're going to see things like the trucks you desire. You're going to see the bus. You're going to see all type. You're going to see all type of little cues that only you know, that only you recognize. As a matter of fact, you'll start just thinking of something random, and then when you go outside, you see the thing you just thought of randomly. That's not a coincidence. That means that you have fused the bridge, and what you're seeing is the construction of the bridge getting ready to take form to transport your desires. People don't understand something. When they see synchronicities are not only signs, guys. Let me set the record straight for you when it comes to synchronicities and what it really means. And here's the analogy. Synchronicities, for something to come to you, it has to come in from another dimension. There's a bridge. It has to travel, right? It has to create a path, an environment. When you see synchronicities, it's the construction workers building your bridge. So when you see your 333, your 111, you hear favorite music, you see your color, all that, it's the universe construction workers saying, all right, we're here to build this bridge so that you can transport and receive your goods and services that you ordered from the universe. You understand how it works now? So building a bridge takes a little bit of time. So some people can see synchronicities for 1 to 2 years because your bridge is being built. I was seeing synchronicities for almost 2 years. Then I won. My bridge is being built. Can I repeat that again? Certainly. When you see synchronicities, it means the workers of the universe have shown up to build the bridge that's going to transport your desires from the 5, 6, from the higher dimensions into the physical dimension. So synchronicities are a wonderful sign to say your dreams are on the way. So your synchronicity says, hey, we're here to build the bridge. You can't get it without a bridge. So if they're building a bridge, what's going to happen? You're going to eventually get what you want. So if any of you are seeing synchronicities, this is the time for you now to relax, let go and flow. Because now you don't have to force anything anymore. You got it? So how many of you are seeing synchronicities? Someone says, but Mark, isn't that the reticular activating system? Yes, the reticular activating system is just responsible for showing it to you, for decoding it. But the actual thing that's doing it is the numbers, is the synchronicity. They're actually building the bridge. Your reticular activation system is just perceiving it. It's just an alert, an alarm to say, hey, wait a minute. Why are we seeing all these numbers? It's programmed to do that. Your reticular activating system is programmed to see all this stuff. Okay? Okay. A person will never ever see a bunch of synchronicities if they're not aware that they are seeing synchronicities. What do I mean by that? A person will never see the 1, 1, the 2, 2 and remember and say, damn, I'm seeing 1, 1, 2, 2, unless they are specifically manifesting something. If they're not manifesting something, all the synchronicities will zoom by their head and they won't notice it. Only until they become awakened and say, wait a minute, you know what? To think about it, last year I've been seeing 11, 11, da 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 da. So the universe is already telling me that what I've been thinking about was working, but my channel wasn't broadcasting it. I kept switching the channel. I would see, but I moved to another channel. Anytime you move to another channel, the construction workers, they freeze, because now you're in superposition state. You go back to the channel, they start building your bridge. So for someone says, I've been seeing synchronicities for 8 years. Well, you've been seeing synchronicities for 8 years because you went back on the channel and then you moved off the channel. So the workers stop. Something happened, you got delayed, whatever. So now you go back again, they start working again. You come back, 8 years pass. So now if you know, you say, okay, I'm seeing synchronicities, I'm just going to stay on this channel. I'm just going to appreciate the synchronicities. I'm just going to live my life. You don't have to look for them now. They're going to pop up, so you don't need to look for them. So you start seeing them, you start shrinking, and the bridge starts going fast. That's how it works. If I take my attention away from what I want freezes in a superposition state. It doesn't go away, it just pauses. I could come back to it next week. I could come back to it next year. The minute I come back to it, it activates again. So, whatever it is you want to show up into your life, guys, you have to be persistent on it, and you have to stay on it. You must not take your attention away from it just because you, oh man, it's been too much, I don't see anything. Do not allow anything to kick you off of your goal. A lot of stuff gonna happen in our life. You're gonna get distracted. That's fine. But you know what? Get back up. Go back on your goal. You're gonna experience all type of stuff. Get back up, get back on your goal. Yeah. So I said, Mark, I thought you set it and forget it one time. Okay. Set it and forget it. Let me explain what set it and forget it means. Set it and forget it doesn't mean you totally forget it. It just means that it's not in the forefront of your mind anymore. You are aware it's there and it's going to work. You're not, oh, I gotta monitor this. That's what set it and forget it means. It means that I just set my desire up. Okay, I like to use an analogy of a grill. So if you're barbecuing or grilling and you put your vegetables, your meats, whatever it is, you put it on the grill, you turn your grill down, or you leave your grill, you can just go walk around, do your thing. In the back of your mind, you know your thing is slowly cooking. You know you're good. You don't have to be there like, you just know, okay, about 15 minutes, I'll check it out. But you're occupied doing other things. You're focused. Your energy now is elsewhere in other parts of your life. Your desires are there. That's what set it and forget it means. That's the state of flow. That's when you're in the flow state. The flow state is the ability to know that your desires are there cooking and they're going to come into reality, and you don't have to constantly go check on them. There's going to be an alarm that will beep and tell you, hey, that alarm that beeps is called inspired action. Inspired action will say beep, 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 beep. Go check your desires. Go turn the zucchini over, turn your carrot over. That's called inspired action. So what you do in the meantime, you expand other areas of your life. What else can I improve with? Can I improve my health? How about my emotions? Other aspect of your life. What can I do? Can I go help other people? Can I teach? You're just doing other things because you know what you want is going to come to you. That's the real secret. Whenever people manifest things, they tend to get over attached and they tend to get a lot caught up in their manifestation. That creates a lot of resistance. So by me seeing the truck I desired this morning, it's just feedback, right? It's not just feedback. It's feedback plus indication that it's on the way to you. When we see feedback, feedback just doesn't mean I'm showing you just to show you. It's also a sign to tell you it's being replicated and it's coming to you. Yeah, the universe is a feedback loop. It's going to show everything, but people don't understand the deeper meaning of it. When you see something a lot, first of all, here's number one rule. The universe does not tease anybody. So the universe won't show you, here's your car. Now you don't see it. Bye-bye. Here's the money. Oh, I'm taking it away from you. Oh, you want some more? Here. Oh, no. No. Here. Ready? Go ahead. Ooh, got you. Sorry, guys. That doesn't happen in the universe. That only happens with human beings. Impossible for the universe to do that. Simply put, because it's a self-correcting code. Your RAS is programmed to look for patterns. When it detects patterns, it's going to send a constant information to your brain to see the pattern. The pattern is not a coincidence. The pattern either means you've been thinking or focusing on it. Nothing shows up randomly. That's the feedback loop. That's the first part of the feedback loop. Your RAS sends a lot of stuff to you. Now, the science people, the matrix people, they will tell you, oh, that's just a natural process of your brain. So if you think of a yellow car, you're going to see a lot of a yellow car, right? Incorrect. Yes, certainly, if you think of a yellow car, you may see a yellow car. But it's a difference if you desire a yellow car, if you desire money, if you desire something else. Your RAS will pick that out for you. But that desire now turns into a feedback. So not only the RAS sees it, the subconscious picks it up. And that's where you get a feedback. That's where you see 1, 2, 3, 4 cars. And you say, oh, feedback. But the matrix says, just means you're just seeing a replication or just a typical constraint of the brain showing you Nothing's going to happen. Totally incorrect. Here's what happens. When the brain sees feedback, now the subconscious steps in and it says, this feedback is a signal for me to make this a reality. So when you're seeing something popping up in your life, it's not only a sign, it's also a mechanism to tell you that it is on the way to you. It's a preview. I'll make it very simple for you. When you go to the movies and you're watching a movie, they come with previews. Previews will show you a movie. You say, man, and it says coming out summer 2025. You saw the preview in 2024. Why would they show me a preview and it's coming out summer 2025? Because the movie is already done. They're just waiting. They're tightening up little glitches. But the whole entire movie is done. The actors have already been paid. They're just waiting for the release date. You get that, right? You know, if you see a preview, it's already done. 99% of the movie's done. Probably all they have to do is a little bit of editing, a little bit of changing, but it's practically done. So that's what happens on the process to manifest. It's the same process. Anything you see is it's a preview. Mark, so true, Mark. I've been manifesting the Land Rover Defender 90, 20, 22, 24 white, and I'm seeing it every day. Yes, then you're on your way to it. I mean, the reason why so many individuals kind of get distracted from what they want is because they spend a lot of time looking for evidence or physical things to tell them it's on their way. And all along they had the evidence. They had what you call the physical thing, but they're looking at the wrong way. They're looking at it with their mind. See, they're looking for something big to just pop up and say, here's the Range Rover, here's the keys, go get it right now. It doesn't work like that. It's a systematic process. First, the synchronicities pop up. Then they bombard you. Then they slow down. Then they bombard you again. And then, boom, it comes into your reality. That's the process of manifesting. It always goes just like that. Well, Mark, I don't know if it goes like that because, yes, it goes like that. If you don't know it goes like that because you weren't aware of the process, your mind was somewhere else. If you know how something works, you're going to focus on how it works. If you don't know how it works, you're going to be all over the place. And when it pops in, you're going to say, oh man, this was a miracle. No, the signs were always there. You just weren't tuned into it. So we all do that. So now you're on your way to manifesting. Now you have some extra dimensional help. So now when you're doing your thing and you see your synchronicities, everything, you know, everything is good. The bridge is being built and you are about to experience your dream life. See you again.